Joining me now from Arlington, Virginia, Director of Strategic Communications for the Trump 2020 campaign, Marc Lotter. Marc, I have to be honest with you. Between you and me and the fence post, I don't want anybody else to know this, but I have never cried at a State of the Union before, and I opened up, not just once, not just twice, but I think 3 times. The president had me. There were some powerful moments, very powerful, and this is one of them. We're looking at it right now, Marc. This is Rush Limbaugh. Whether you hate him or love him, maybe you don't even know about him. I grew up on Rush, and to see the Medal of Freedom pinned on Rush Limbaugh by the First Lady on live television, what a moment. But it went along with the pro-life mom moment. It went along with the Operation Kayla, killing Baghdadi moment. There were some very powerful moments that I think are going to stick with the American people, Marc.
You're absolutely right. I mean, the speech was an absolute home run, and not only because it talked about all of the great things going on in our country, the president was able to personalize it and share those personal moments, like the family being reunited right there in the House chamber, or a young girl of a single parent who gets a school choice scholarship right there. She didn't know it was coming. These are such powerful moments, and yet there they were. For most of these moments, Democrats sitting on their hands, not even able to celebrate America's greatness or people realizing their dreams.
Classless. It really was a classless act of what most of those Democrats, not all, but most of them, exemplified by Nancy Pelosi. We won't get into that. It's well chronicled, right? He didn't mention impeachment. I think that was a smart thing to do. He mentioned policy. He mentioned where we have been under President Trump, and he kind of gave a roadmap of where we will be under a President Trump in a second term.
No, you're absolutely right. And I think one of the key things we need to remember as well is we do this for a living. We follow all of these speeches and movements every single day. The vast majority of the American people don't do that. Yeah. But this is one of those speeches where people from all across America, from all walks of life, they focus in to see the president deliver the State of the Union. And the president told them that not only is our State of our Union strong, it's getting stronger. And then also to contrast that with the Democrats' gloom and doom. You didn't have to say it. You saw it on their faces. I think that sent an even more powerful message as we build into 2020.
A riveting, to me, again, another riveting, but this is a policy moment, had to do with sanctuary cities, sanctuary states, particularly New York and California. I want to play that. Roll tape.
Rocky was at a gas station when this vile criminal fired 8 bullets at him from close range, murdering him in cold blood. Rocky left behind a devoted family, including his brothers, who loved him more than anything else in the world. One of his grieving brothers is here with us tonight. Jody, would you please stand? Jody, thank you.
I'm going to cry again, Marc. How can anybody, honestly, how can anybody defend sanctuary movement, defend allowing illegal criminals in this country? Is beyond me.
And that was the true power of that speech last night. It's easy when you label everything and give it a nice marketing title like sanctuary cities or sanctuary states. And what the president did was he humanized why these policies are wrong and showed how it's impacting the lives of fellow Americans. They're not just terms. They're not just policies. They have real life impacts. And in this case, it devastated this family. And I think the president was absolutely right in the way he showcased it and made it real for the American people.
Touched on the Constitution, too. He talked about the right to keep and bear arms, the right to pray at school, and the right to life. Again, clearly laying out an agenda, Marc, and a vision and a choice for American voters. I know this is supposed to be the State of the Union, but let's face it. This was a vision and almost a campaign speech, if you will, for the President of the United States, as they've all been in modern times. And it really lays out a clear choice for November.
Absolutely, especially when you contrast that with the fact that the leading candidate for the Democrats right now is a self-proclaimed socialist, communist sympathizer.
Okay.
And when you contrast those two visions, the one that the president outlined, not just the accomplishments, but where we can go versus where the Democrats want to take us, it's very clear as we head into 2020.
If that socialist wins, I'm crying for another reason. Marc Lauder, thank you.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.